what did you kind of learn about this offense, or this team and this offense in the first game?
Yeah, I mean, our turnovers are way too high. We're still learning it. It's not anywhere close to where we want it. Shooting erases a lot of mistakes, so when you make 17 threes, all of a sudden everybody thinks you looked really good, when in reality, we got a long ways to go. Turnovers hurt us. We didn't play in the same pace we wanted to play at. We finished poorly at the rim. I thought we had way better finishers at the rim. Sometimes we settled for way too many at the rim too. So it's a work in progress. I mean, it was our first time in front of fans, with our second time ever playing anybody else. So it's going to get better and better and better as the year goes on. We don't want to be playing our best basketball in October and November. We'd like to be playing our best basketball in February and March. So we'll just keep working and get better at it.
What kind of ideal traits would your ideal point guard have?
I'd love for my point guard to be able to pass, dribble, and shoot, and be able to play the two. Ideally, we'd like to play with 4 perimeter guys that are pretty interchangeable. So having speed like Kyra helps, because we want to play so fast. So when you get it, he can get in the lane. JQ's been really good in practice too. That's why you can play the two of them together, because they can both shoot it. So, I mean, Kyra's pretty good. Now, if you add some toughness on the defensive end to all pass, dribble, and shoot, that's ideally. I mean, we had some pretty tough point guards at Buffalo on the defensive end. Kyra's as skilled as any kid I've coached offensively. Just trying to get him to be better defensively. He's coming. He's working at it. I mean, he's young. He just turned 18, so he's still a young kid still.
What do you like most about what Shackelford brings to the table, and how much of a factor are you currently expecting him to be for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, he was huge. I think I'd kind of been talking about how much I loved him all summer and fall. Now everybody sees why we love him so much. His shot-making abilities, huge for us, because we spread the floor and we need shot makers out there, but he also brings you a toughness on the defensive end. He's a physical guard that can make shots. He can also make plays. I mean, he can get in the lane and spray it out. So you can play him with Kyra. You can play him with Kyra, and if JQ gets cleared or whatever, you can play all 3 of those together if you want, just because they can all spread the floor, make plays, make shots. You can play him with Kyra and Beetle, because he's got some size, and you can maybe put him on a 3 where he's a little bigger. You can play him with JP. You can play him with Herb. So he's kind of interchangeable, a lot of different pieces. So I really like where Shaq's at, and he's coming, he's learning, he wants to be coached as a freshman, which is big.
Were you surprised seeing his physical state when he came in?
Yeah, I saw him. I recruited him after I got the job. We flew out I think the second day on the job, out to California to make sure he came. I saw him then. I was pretty impressed with where he was at then, and when he came back in, he was even a little bit bigger and stronger, and he was in great shape when he came in the summer. So yeah, I don't know that I was surprised when he came, but I was really happy with where he was at when he came.
Interchangeable. Obviously, you've talked multiple times about Herb being able to play anywhere from the 1 to the 4. Have you ever had a guy that can kind of be that versatile and play so many different positions?
I haven't had a guy that versatile on offense and be as great on defense as Herb. We did have a kid, Blake Hamilton, that we moved from the starting 4 my first year to the starting point guard his second year. So we've played with 6'6" big guards like that before. But, I mean, Herb's overall two-way offense and defense play is at an elite level. Now, if he can really start making shots, and we're encouraging him, he's been in the gym a lot working. He's just got to get confidence. He's got to take him in practice and see him go in, and then be more confident to take him in games. If he adds that dimension to it, he's going to be one of the better players in the country, in my opinion.
Alex Reese was not out on the floor during the June period. Is that with the hip injury that he suffered in the game?
Yeah, that was part of it. That's the main part of it. He's a little banged up, and we've got the ability to rest him. So it was kind of a planned rest day after, and talking to Clark, our trainer. So we were off yesterday, rest him today. Got another off day Saturday. It'll be really light tomorrow, and then he'll be healthy for Sunday, Monday, leading into the game Tuesday. So it was kind of a planned rest day to get him as close to 100% as we can before Tuesday's game. I have. I've watched some edits. He's pretty good. I mean, they've got 3 really good players. I mean, they've got, the guard. They've got 3 guys that were all conference. So now the one sat out last year, Bentley and Brodeur, and then Why am I not the Jet? They've got a really quick guard, and I can't think of his name off the top of my head. What's, Goodman. Yeah. So between those three guys, they got some really talent. I mean, those three guys can go play at a lot of high majors all over the country. So they play much differently than what I played at Buffalo, but they've got that swagger about them, going, beating Villanova, beating Miami last year. Like, they remind me a little bit of our Buffalo team in the fact that they know they can walk in and beat a high major on a high major floor. So we've got our hands full in game one. It's good for our guys, though. I mean, shoot, they see they beat Villanova. They beat, they're playing with these high majors they play with. So Brodeur's good too. I mean, he's got kind of that YMCA type game where you don't think he's going to be that great, and all of a sudden he's got 25, and he led him in scoring, rebounding, and assists. I mean,
scoring, rebounding, assists, block shot, field goal.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to do. That means you're a pretty good player in a pretty good league. So we've got our hands full with him. Our bigs better be studying him for the next 4 days.
How important was it for you to get Snowden to follow you here to be on your staff?
I thought it was big. He's part of our culture. I mean, I thought he's really good in the weight room. I mean, his first year with us at Buffalo, he put 10 pounds of muscle on Nick Perkins during the year. So I think he can put weight on guys, but do it in a way where he's not training bodybuilders or weightlifters. He's training basketball players to be more agile. So that side of it was great, but even the bigger side of it is just his overall addition to what we're trying to build culturally. And we're working hard. I mean, he monitors a lot of the little stuff. Do the guys hit the time? Do they hit the line in practice? He handles all that type of stuff. Punishment deals if they skip class. Like, trying to build a culture here where guys, there's just certain things that are unacceptable, and he helps handle a lot of that. So he was big. I mean, I'm glad he's here with us. We did a lot with him at Buffalo, and I think he's adding to our culture here at Alabama quite a bit.
Coach, you have on the Air Maxes at practice, and you had on some shoes in pregame that people were talking about. Is your shoe game something you think about, or is that something that comes with being at Alabama?
I just like Coach B. Tell me what shoes I should be wearing. You got to relate a little bit to the younger generation, so they're big on their kicks. So I asked my wife my shoe game. She had to build a whole nother closet for my shoe game, but I don't wear them very often. I just wear them when we had to recruit on, right? So you got to wear them out recruiting, and you got to be a little more hip with the recruiting game. Do you like these?
Yeah, I like them.
Yeah. You try those ain't bad either, though. Those aren't bad.
Let's do one more question, guys. Anything else?